Hi guys, I'm Marc Marquez. Make sure like and subscribe for more.
The cameras take us to the starting grid, where riders and engineers are discussing those final details. The weather is clear and temperatures are far from extreme. However, tyre wear will play a very important factor in today's race. That's why lots of riders have been using medium tyres in the front and rear. Riders are lined up on the grid with Pecco Bagnaia ready to start in pole position. Just a few more seconds until the lights go out and the Grand Prix begins.
Look at the driver that the Ducati gets coming off that turn number 6 and then through the fast kick. All year long we've heard Mark, with that sort of 5 or 6 bike lengths Bagnaia is able to take, then it's really, really hard then to recover it back in the braking zone. Marquez, just a little bit there, just a little bit longer. No one wants to see Marc Marquez +0 on your pit board, and Bagnaia's been there before. Being Rossi, 16th he is at the moment, lapping very well. Fabio Quartararo on the last lap of his personal, pretty heavy traffic at the moment. The Frenchman still can't quite get close enough to Alex Rins. In fact, Rins is responding there. He's pulled out on board out front. It rumbles on to Portugal, but there could be an awful lot of twists and turns to come. There's 20 laps still to go here at the race, Steve, is there, for him to take any crazy risks? He's ridden so smart and intelligent all year long. He's had the brains take the victory, and that's not a foregone conclusion with 20 laps to go and a certain Marc Marquez. Rampaging all over your rear tyre, 3s as well, doing an excellent job there in 7th place. It's about half a second behind Aleix Espargaro, who's having a really good run. Chiefly Petrov back in that right arm and right shoulder. That's Rins, picks the pocket of Jorge Martin into turn 14, and now Quartararo trying to find one hand and 4 fingers on the biggest prize in global motorcycle racing. But at the moment, thankfully for Fabio Quartararo's sake and Yamaha, Ducati really need some favours here from Zarco. They need him to get on the pace of Quartararo and get through. Completed second. Now turn 8 we go. Still Marquez just a 10th off. How many times have we seen classics with Jorge Lorenzo in particular, of course, who can forget the memorable tussles with Andrea Dovizioso. And now, I don't think he'll need any dashboard messages. He'll be able to hear that Repsol Honda Marc Marquez all over his rear tyre.
Quartararo has moved up to 9.
Because he's 6/10 behind Rins, who is fallen 1.5 seconds behind the impressive Luca Marini, who's tumbling down the tower.
It might be Taka Nakagami, you know. Nakagami had just put in his foot back out.
Counts very little. It's when there's points and prizes at stake, when Taka Nakagami's got to get his head in the right place. It's another ball length for the year at this stage. Rins just had his personal best lap of the race at 1:32.819. That was a couple of tenths quicker than Quattro on the previous lap. That gap
Right up towards the fastest turn on the circuit. You can see the fans there on the left coming up to Cavoni now. Marc Marquez, this is where up through there.
You know that Marc Marquez, though, is creeping ever close to being back to his brilliant best. Here 5 years, 5 weeks later, bullish, of course, and buoyant after his brilliance in Austin. But now, he's seriously
Lined up to move into turn 2. No, he's not close enough. It's been a dismal day for LCR Honda. Alex Marquez has stopped. He's in 7th at the moment, just behind Aleix Espargaro, 1 place ahead of Rins.
Yeah, quick check, of course, on the doctor, Valentino Andrea Dovizioso, a couple of seconds behind Maverick Vinales. Just at his fastest lap of the race, actually, Rossi at 1:33.4.
At sector 1, Lecuona has just crashed. The Spanish rookie.
It's been a wretched day then for Hervé Ponchara's Tech 3 team, all capitalising on that career best grip position in MotoGP of 8th spot. Petrucci already down out on his 31st birthday after a tax facing a long lap penalty. And he's involved in that incident early on with Petrucci.
Espargaro and Miguel Oliveira
haven't in this Grand Prix in a fantastic grip position. He talked about this last night where he said being in the top 6, first 2 rows here in Misano after laps, 5-6 seconds away from the podium. So this performance so far, he set this up in that tricky cube. So do you remember yesterday, Simon Crayford, good interview as always with Alberto Puig, Repsol Honda team manager. They felt like, had it been dry here this weekend, that quite confident of a strong weekend from Espargaro. A pretty accurate assessment from Mr. Puig as always, because Espargaro,
win. Pecco Bagnaia cannot shrug off this interest from Marc Marquez. The gap remains the same almost every lap.
Marquez at bay 7 times. Marquez tried 7 times, it didn't work out. We're all set. Oh no, in Valentino Rossi's farewell race, breaking the hearts of Ducati as well. This would be so like Marc Marquez.
Two in front of him. Might get better yet for Paul Espargaro. 4th for Miguel Oliveira. Aleix Espargaro is now up into 5th. That's much better to your screen there, but it looks like another rider's gone down.
It's Jorge Martin, Steve. Oh, that looks like it's another big one. He doesn't do small crash. He had an FP3 in Portimao, 8 fractures that day. Now this is an intriguing battle building up and brewing up with him as well.
He can actually pick each of these off and it could end up being a very good day at the office.
And who had fantastic to reeling in and beat him, Pecco Bagnaia. The gap at the front between Bagnaia and Marquez still hovering around 2/10 of a second. Big points at stake here, aren't they, for Fabio Quartararo? Really big points. He would love a 5th place.
And he's got time now. He just needs to box clever here and just pick them off one by one, make some clean moves.
Well, he knows here, and then slowly but surely pick his way through. Like I said, there's no need for him to take any unnecessary risk here.
Johann Zarco this weekend, of course, notoriously quick in the closing stages of races.
Case in point was last time out in Austin, Pecco Bagnaia didn't have the grip to drop off in front of him, and when he had the grip at the end of the race, he just picked his way immaculately through to take a 3rd place, and
that's have to give him enormous credit. Bagnaia knows each Grand Prix at the moment, all he can do is go out and try and win.
Going to come over the line in the own Grand Prix as Rins up the inside of Morbidelli into turn 14. That's not going to work out. He got a little bit hot. Morbidelli can sweep straight 93 on your pit board. He was awesome resisting the pressure in Aragon, and he's resisting it quite massively. He failed at turn 14 on Morbidelli. This time he does make it work into turn 2.
Yeah, that's really helped out the riders behind as well. Fabio Quartararo.
And that's Quartararo on the outside of Marini. That's just him using the superior corner speed initially of Luca Marini. That's now repeatedly exceeded track limits. He's got a long lap penalty coming his way.
It's a shame for him because he's lapping so quickly as Marini makes a mistake into turn 8.
Going to see that advantage shrink to 36 points, but he'd be delighted now to be on the brink of the top 6 at this. You just wonder whether Frankie Morbidelli is just hitting a few physical problems with that recovering left knee. It's an excellent weekend so far, but
Maverick Vinales is currently in 12th place. Here's a replay of the start then for Fabio Quartararo. Far back on the grid.
Yeah, and that was Joan Mir's jump start as well. That's why he was so good off the line. It was an illegal start, and at that point Mir didn't realise, but he was involved in a tangle with the birthday boy, didn't like Petrucci. So Fabio Quartararo immediately having got through on, that's back-to-back personal best laps for him, down to a 1:32.391, but Marquez behind him was just that.
The gap would come down from 52 to 36 in favour of Fabio Quartararo. And that would do for Pecco Bagnaia for a return to the top 5 for the first time since Aragon.
Yeah, been a top ride this by Aleix Espargaro because she was struggling a lot.
To turn 1. That went down early, didn't it? Front end washout for Martin.
Through the gravel trap as the airbag goes off.
Oh, fast Matt. The fastest lap of the race now has gone to Pecco Bagnaia. A 30
whole of this 2021 season, a breakthrough season for Pecco Bagnaia. This is just an astonishing performance. He is putting up a stunning fight. Jorge Martin, his race came to a premature end as we saw in quite painful fashion. The big launch into the gut of the pressure
right now. This is the new and improved Pecco Bagnaia.
Steve, just as he did 5 weeks ago at this stage of the race, it's half a second quicker than Aleix Espargaro. His day could get much, much better. It looks like, well, it certainly will once indeed for Fabio Quartararo.
Yeah, and it looks like there's some tussling going on between Rins and Aleix Espargaro, which is only going to age the French down to 0.2 of a second. That's the battle for the lead. Now 4.4 seconds clear of Paul Espargaro in third, with Miguel Oliveira in
nearly 2 seconds. You can just see these two exchanging fastest laps between the pair of them. Nothing really tired, just as he was here 5 weeks ago. Makes light work of Rins into turn 4, so Quartararo now in the top 6.
Bastianini has just set his fastest lap of the race. He's in 10th. He's hunting down Luca Marini and Johan Zarco.
Yeah, there's only a few weeks ago, I remember that unseen footage we saw shot by Dorna after that race in the Sponsorama Racing Garage. Gigi Dall'Igna made it to the podium today, barring any incredible late drama. But here we go. How often has he seen that signal? Martin Aragon. In Spain, he prevailed. Will he reign here in Misano? The advantage again it is still.
And Bastianini currently in 10th spot.
Well, this might be as good as it gets for Fabio Quartararo if he can find a way through an Aleix Espargaro this morning's warm-up session, or even when he was sitting on the grid.
A long race weekend comes to a close with the end of the MotoGP race. Cameras taking us into Parc Ferme to see the race winner, who is rightly celebrating with his mechanics. If he continues like this, it will be difficult for his rivals to keep up with him. The passion of the MotoGP fans is, as always, astounding. Today's result is made even more exhilarating by the size of the crowd for the 3 riders on the podium right now.